Hey guys, welcome back once again to the Alobo Naga show. I feel even shy to even mention this. It's been so long, but I'm so happy that I'm back. So today I am here to talk about the recent Amazon Prime series. I'm sure some of you might know, some of you might not know. We're going to talk about Paatal Lok season 2. I was fortunate enough to get a small role in that series, and today I'm here with some of the actors, from Nagaland who were part of that series. So without further ado, I would like to welcome the guest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bendang Walling, Mengu Soukhrie, and LC Sekhose. Yeah. Anyway, for those who don't know, Bendang Walling is one of the first, Nagas to study in the prestigious National School of Drama. Naga Manu, ekla no na India re holibi itia top actor khan ki film industry re theater re thakano pura ithone puri na hai. To ami Naga majore tai one of the first ase. So we're so privileged to have you here, Bendang Walling.
Thank you.
And we have the veteran, the versatile singer Mengu Soukhrie, household name in Nagaland. Also for those who also know her as Nana Lagama, in the movie Nana. And she's appreciated for her, not just singing, but her acting. And she's also part of Paatal Lok. And the last but not the least, LC is known as a rapper, a hip hop artist from Nagaland, Kohima. And he's making waves across India with his role in Paatal Lok as Reuben. So, welcome all of you to the talk show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
us.
Yes, so both of you came from Kohima, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking our time. And yes, since the time we shot, you got married.
Yeah.
So how's the life after the after marriage? How's life after marriage? Yeah, I want to go this
Yeah.
straight.
I think one of the best things that has happened to my life is, to get married with the person that I love the most. Yeah. And then, I think blessing be ini najini na bishi aya na.
Amen.
Yeah. So I think it's all God's plan, and then I'm really enjoying my life right after marriage only.
Awesome, awesome. It's such an inspiration for both of you, right?
Yeah.
So for those, these two are available this Valentine's Day.
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah,
yes. We
Yes.
will display the number here.
Yeah.
yeah,
Get one free.
yeah. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about Paatal Lok. So Ming was also part of the production team, right? And then Benang, you guys were like the most experienced guys, to be honest, in this industry. How did it all happen? Kina and Aisha, how did you get involved? How did you get involved? One by one, maybe we can start with the lady. Kina want to start, Kusham,
All right. So I was just checking because I'm like very bad with dates and numbers. So I was just scrolling back on my phone, and then I remember that it was in the year 2019. I got a call from Mumbai,
Acha.
Chankita.
Acha,
Rebecca
Rebecca
Chankita.
Chankita.
Yeah, so she called me up and then she said, "Hey Mingu, I have a friend coming over. Can you please, meet him and then help him assist? They want to shoot something." So till then, that time I didn't have any idea of what's going to happen. But I said, "Okay, sure. I love meeting new people." So that's when the next day, me and my friend Onan, we went and we met Raj Sitola. He's from Sikkim and Sikkim Films. So he was the line producer. And then there was also another line producer. So they were, doing recce. So, from there I met them, 2019. We took them around. And then doing recce for the first time in my life of that big scale. Earlier also I did do some, line production and local assist for some production and for some shoots. But this time it was like big. So their demand, and then they showed me things like, we need this kind of locations. So yeah, that time it was fun, taking them around. We went to Konoma, we went to Visema, we went to Jakama, and a lot of places, looking for places. So for location for shoot, right? So that was the first time I met, and after that, COVID happened. So for some years, we were all, okay, see you. And we don't know if it'll happen. But then, for me, I don't know if it'll happen. But then again, got a call from the line producer, Sitola, Mr. Sitola, and he said, it's happening. And, I remember that time, Merenla Imsong,
Yeah,
she
Merenla
also
Imsong,
texted
yes,
me on WhatsApp, and she was like, "Hey Mengu, I'm so excited! It's finally happening!" You know, at the shoot. And so we got the call, and then things started getting permissions, and for this local assist. So finally it shifts, and then a line producer from Delhi took over. And that's how me and my partner Bubu Nakro, we were working together. So he was also there, I was also there.
So, okay, just to cut you there, for people who don't know, who are not in the film industry, what is like line producer and kikure? I mean, if you can explain, what did you do? I mean, kikure to get the public.
It's massive. Actually, Tik Parasai Shikule, it's very dangur and it's very massive. So from this production, I got to learn that, okay, line production grupo kuledo, it's not a joke. Because you have to, from, location, so they say, okay, ye chahiye, wo chahiye, we have to get it. So that's our job. So from everything, food se leke, their vanity, from hotels to, for actors and all this, we have the casting, team. But then apart from there, we have to assist the, art team as well. And so there are like a lot of teams. So we have to look for all those things.
Okay. So, I mean, I'll come back to both of you also. You can also chip in here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of scope there, right? Dangur puisa kamamolila rasta bishi asa tadi na. I mean,
Yes, Libby. One thing from my own experience I learned is that from this big production, it's not a small one. It's a very big, massive production. Though one challenge also was like, apni condition, there's a big scope. Food te hobi, hotels te hobi, from actors kan devi hobi na. So there's such a big scope here. But for now, maybe you'll ask me about the challenges later, but just to give you a tip of it, challenge में बिशी थागी because we are very new to all this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Moving ahead with Bendang, please share your experience. How did you have done a lot of, you have experienced so much before, but then this Paatal Lok, how did it happen? How did you, came into the scene? Yeah.
I think at the same time, they called me up also, pre-COVID.
Acha.
Yeah, so 2019.
It was 2019, yeah.
2019, yeah. I think Nikita, she called me up.
Acha.
And then when they need something, they will get our number from anywhere. Yeah. And then I think that's the way of life. Even us also, if we need someone, then from anywhere we will get their number. Yeah.
So Nikita is from Casting Bay.
Yeah. Nikita is from Casting Bay. Yeah. So she called me up, and then she told me that she wants to come for audition.
Acha.
And then that's how my journey started. And then we met over there at your
school.
In the school also. So she called me up, and then she said that she's coming. And then I was like, okay, please come. Yeah. So even from my end also, I tried my best to the actors can get audition di jawule na. So even I tried my best, and then even they moved up to Mokokchung also.
So, that time around, they need a lot of actors. And they're, the best thing about this project was that they were really looking for all the characters from Nagaland itself. But our limitation again, because we are not exposed to all this acting. So yeah, like you said, they came up, so through the line producer, I got, introduced to them. And then they were looking for actors like crazy on Facebook, and then they'll say, find somebody from Facebook or Instagram, and they'll be like, "Ye chalega, talk to him na, or talk to her." So they do that, right? Yeah. But that's how they get the right ones also in place. So they came to Kohima. Then we went to Mokokchung and Woka, and then, calling.
Audition?
Yeah, we went everywhere. And then, like, even without me also, they, went to a lot of places. But, one thing is that, Mohan acting Korea, no, acting ko shukole, we think that, acting the mo na paroi na la mentality, bishas do. So it's not our fault also, because it's new for us, everybody. To, hado, manu audition call really manu alap komtia here, not as expected.
Okay.
So that was also a big challenge for them. No?
What about LC? How did you get involved here?
Yeah. So it's like a very new thing. I got a call. Me and Moko, we were just driving in Kohima. Then I got an unknown person calling me, so I just picked it up, and that person is saying that, "Hey, we're here from Mumbai. We have this thing coming up, a series coming up, so we would like to have you auditioned." And when they talk about audition, that's not something that we Nagas are very, confident with.
Yeah.
So I'm like quite reluctant of what they're saying. So I'm just like, just thinking whether they're going to finish their sentence. Then they went on to say that, I asked them like, what is this about? And they told me it's a big series. I don't even know what was Paatal Lok at that time because I hardly watch any OTT series or shows. And then they went on to say that the script is in Hindi. Come on, I'm zero Hindi. So I couldn't, like I was, I feel like this is not my thing. So I just told them like, see, straight up, I can't do this. I don't even know how to speak Hindi. And when we talk about audition, I don't think I can do. So I think I'll just deny what you're asking of me. So that's that. And then I cut the call and then they call again. They asked me like, just come over, just come and give a try. If you don't like it, it's fine. It was Nikita and Gargi. Gargi, right? Yeah.
That
Yeah.
time,
How much?
Yeah, she was like, just come over, like just give a try, even if you don't like it. So me and Moko, we were talking like, what about we just go and give a try? We learn something, we can use that in our music video.
Chala.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's the motivation that we had between us. And then
Interesting.
we just went, it was in the Oriental. So we did our, they gave the script and then we went through it. It was kind of hard. So I took the script and I asked them, when are we going to do the audition?
Acha.
Next week. And they told us that today.
Okay.
When? In 2 hours. And we have to memorize like 3 pages of scripts. And it was in Hindi. It was that scene where I did with Sir Jaideep. Yeah, it was the one. So I don't even know what was going through in this script also. So I just memorize. And I told Moko that, bro, you go first and let me learn from you. He was good at Hindi.
Acha.
So he did that. I followed him. I did it. I think I did like prior to the COVID, I guess. I'm not sure, but it was before COVID, like the lockdown, I guess. I'm not really sure when was it, but I did like 3 days audition for that same script.
Acha.
And after during COVID, it was off again. And after COVID, they came back and they called me again. For 4 times, I did audition just for the same script again.
Acha.
Yeah, that's how the journey started. And I like at the end, I'm like, if this is not for me, if you guys are not going to select me, like choose me for this role, then I think this is it. This is my last audition that I'm going to do. I told Nikita, but she told me that have patience and let's see what the direction team are going to say about this because they're really impressed with it. I'm like at the back of my mind, like if they're really impressed, why this 8 times? 8 to 7 times I was doing the audition, and yeah, by the grace of God, I got a call that I was selected for this role. And even at that time, I didn't know that Ruben, the character that I'm going to play, is a big thing for for the story also. Yeah, so that's that. It was a roller coaster for me because first of all, Hindi acting, like this is the first time I'm doing acting, so it's a very big thing. Dealing with people outside of Northeast, that's something that's very new to me. So it was quite a challenge for me, but here we are, enjoying everything we're
So
doing.
I just want to add up something there, like the way, I mean, he went for audition and all, many people might be thinking, okay, even I see comments, tando ini China mano ora paise wala, or people will always think like that, backdoor.
yeah.
Exactly, that's what.
They always think everything is so easy. Our people will think like that. But then all the actors who were part of it, they went through audition
Yes.
over and over. For me, my story was different. Mine was like they rented my school. Rebecca Chankija was like, "Apni la school divina tadi audition karo." I said, "Okay, fine." Then my wife and myself, we wanted to go and check. Because it's my school, Malik has it, Jaina Sawina. I went there. So that time I met them, Nikita was there, and they're like, you know how Nikita is. Then she's like, why don't you also know, blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously, I don't even know that, okay, how auditions are done. So you just have to go to the camera and then read the script. So she gave me a script. That time, Manula in audition. Yeah, what's there to lose? Any time pass, and then that's how I got, But then again, they called me again for another audition after that. The next was Akasha Hotel then.
Okay.
Then in Kurina Paishido. And then, but people think that in Bendang Walling horror Paishe, Mengu horror Paishe. No, whether it fit the role or not, at the same time, whether he or she can deliver or not,
True.
I'm sure there were so many people who auditioned for your role or for your role also, right? Isaac, or Ruben, or Esther, for instance,
I was every time they came back to Nagaland, they auditioned me for different roles. I think I gave around 5 different characters.
Acha.
So for me, as an actor, I was really enjoying the whole process.
Awesome.
Then Nikita will come, she will come and give me some other characters. Again, she will go back. When she comes back again, I'll audition for another character. So I think I did around 4 to 5 different characters for the audition.
Okay.
So it's fun.
Indeed,
because
it is.
yeah.
For us non-actors, I mean, like different world, right? But it's so fun, man.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's a very new thing, but it's a very new experience that you get to taste. It's like a new curry that you are tasting.
The only thing the breakthrough I got was like initially when they give the script, I'm on the horror. I can't memorize crew, but then when you go inside the role, it becomes easy, right? You just have to feel it and then go with the flow, and that was interesting. Anyway, let's now go to the preparation. So we went for training, right? Acting workshops and all. So can you please tell the audience about that? Kiki Kurishe, after the selection process, if anyone can, Mengu, you can start like Kina Kurishe, the public, I want the people to know how it went, the workshop and all.
I was, in a way, also busy assisting, different teams to start things and to start putting things in place. And also, I was told that the workshop is very important. But like I said, it's also, acting workshop, for me, that was also the first time. So, but of course, role to apni paijai shide kwado, they said they locked me in, and then the EP, then we decided on, package and everything. I think for me, I was like very casually, okay, it's okay. I'm getting the experience, so that's more important. And then they said we have to go for the training, the acting workshop. And I was like, I'm so busy, I don't think I can go. And, again to Nikita, I was like, Nikita, I'm busy on this date. I'm busy on that date. No, ito din na parwa. But she said, no, Mengu, you have to attend the acting workshop because it's important. So, you have to attend the workshop, she said. So I said, okay, fine. And then the first few workshop was in Dimapur. Was Dimapur first or the Oriental? Oriental first.
Dimapur, we don't know. We did on Koima only.
Dimapur also
Dimapur,
we did that.
we did it, 3 of us, Arinsa.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Others, I
And
don't
then,
know about.
the fittings.
only 3 of us,
everything also
right?
happened.
Yeah, only 3 of us. Like,
No.
no, just 3 of us. Just
3 of
three
us, na?
yeah.
Yes, we did in
There was a
hotel.
hotel.
Yes.
I forgot the hotel name. But yeah, so Dimapur Devi Thekshe and Kohima Devi Thekshe, and all of you were there. Teye was there. And then, in Dimapur, Roselle was also there in Dimapur.
Oh, not during our time, right?
No. Ours is different.
Ours also-
Maybe theirs is
Yeah,
different
yeah.
again.
Probably.
Time alag
Time allocation.
Oh, yeah, alak. But I think so then Kohima la training was the biggest group then.
Yeah.
Everyone was there. So acting the kikru
So fun, man. Acting workshop.
but kiti wa the kiwi crew le dia so na buji jai for me, okay? Personally I was
Zip
like,
zap. Remember those games?
yeah, we were made to do a lot of games. And then for me, I was like, I'm very slow. So I was like taking my time. Acha, ito game khiligine. What am I going to learn from this? All those things were going. And then, ek chutki ki sindur ki कीमत tum kya jano Ramesh Babu. They made us, read and then memorize that script. So they were testing one script. Once you read it through or, after some time, will you remember and how do you deliver? So they wanted to, test all those. And then it was so good. And so, those kind of experiences and the things that I learned from there will now live with me forever. So those things also actually tempted us to, wait for our shoot dates also.
I'm sure you can relate, but personally for me, as a musician, it helped me a lot. Because expression, right? Like
Exactly.
it helped me so much that the workshop, no? So public kangi common jado acting kan mohan actor kan Monge training this because most of us were first timers. Like only few of you were like experienced one. No, mon bishi wala first timer thagi se to monge ta na ni na it Bombay ra se mano. Bombay ra mano ido training dia mano na ina monge shikai se. Koi mari lui je na 2 hafta na ina almost 1 week or 2 weeks. 1 week na
5 days.
5 days, right? Koi mari na monge training this itu pichire camera sore jawle parishi.
And somehow we used to be so exhausted also, no? Because like mentally we bishi khele do, not just physically. But so for me, what I learned from that time was that, I remember especially in Dimapur session, our coach, he said, acting, when you say acting, so acting rule everybody thinks I'm acting na pariwo. But what he told me and what I learned from that session is that acting rule you don't do like kya wala drama. You just be like normal. You just be who you are.
Yeah.
You just be who you are. And then itu situation da apni thagile kina kurbo. And then directly and then face can be subtle rakhiwale because it seems, and then we somehow knew, but from there Balraja knew parado cameras catches every emotions and everything, so we have to keep it subtle and we don't have to exaggerate. So that's a tip for the next actors.
Okay, let's talk about cultural representation. So I think this was first time Nagaland was represented like in a big way, like the entire story was revolving around Nagaland, right? So in your view, how important it is for mainstream media to showcase stories from Northeast India? I mean, Bendang, since you have been, how important it is, like, do you think this will benefit us or not, what do you think about that?
One thing is that Sudip sir, it's a kind of a master class for the filmmakers, master class on screenplay. First thing is that, and then I think we are so blessed and lucky to have such a writer from the industry that who wants to come and make a story about our land. And then another positive thing was that Sudip sir, he was born and brought up from Assam, so he knows us. He knows the land. So I was just, I got the script, but I didn't read because I want to watch. Or else, for me, the fun to watch is, it totally khatam ho jaye na. So that's why I didn't read the whole script. So movie as an audience, I say, not because movie online say, that's something very different. But for me, I really want to watch Paatal Lok from an audience point of view, from a Naga perspective also, and then as a student of art, I want to see the film first, the series first. So movie to sign jadam de okay, we're not saying. So I from my own perspective, I totally believe that cultural representation ko amde ko moala na. I think there are so many things over there. So just one misinterpretation of little things also, it will create a very big chaos.
Very sensitive.
So it's very sensitive, and especially our land, since we have very different tribes. It's also termed as Nagaland is also termed as small India because of the diversity that we have. So just a small misinterpretation, it will create a big chaos. So I think Sudip sir, the way he has researched about our people, I think it's brilliant.
True.
It's so brilliant. And then example, like people like you and me, in order to say the hidden truth of our society, it takes a lot of courage for us, because there are so many things behind that. That one, everything will come. And then somehow or the other, we are being caged. But now, a very beautiful person with a very beautiful concept, he comes with a story, and then he shows to the world about our land, about our story in such a way that even our people don't feel bad about it. Na, biar apa? Will we instead of watching that very serious in a very different way, na, अरे itu tu मुआला मानुला itu किले बनाइसे itu nuhigina. But instead of that, giving our people a hope that okay, I think a hope to let our story about our narrative to the rest of the world. I think it's so brilliant. It's so amazing. Obviously, ekta film ekta hole je, ekta series ekta hole je, ekta story ekta hole je, there'll be ups and downs. I don't mean to say that everything will be perfect, because there's nothing is perfect in this world. So Tyra Kisa, the way he was saying the story, I think it's a very, I think it's so beautifully captured about Nagaland. And then this is the first time in the history of Nagaland that our land has been shown to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Even us also, like all of us also, we always dream about how can we share our beautiful narrative through films. But it's all about money. We need very big budget, and then we know our condition right now. So, but all of a sudden, it's like kutira actually ini muala narrative kodo na. Like I feel like it's so beautiful. And then Kwan is na many. I've been going through the articles, and then I've going through the comment section also, and then I saw an article like from Delhi na. Like pulam jo Nagaland kuti aje Nagamanu kun azule najane daga na. Nowadays people when they ask them like apni kuti rise bole do mui Nagaland ba aje na bole do, they are like so happy. It's like it's their own na. It's their own. So being over there in central India, when people accept that it's our land, nah, it's India, it's our land, man ekta nijor la home feeling ekta do. I think it's creating, I think, such a beautiful connection to Nagaland. Not just us, not just us that we are proud of the story, but I think the whole Indian people, they are so proud of how Paatal Lok has been made and how Nagaland has been described in such a way that there's a smile on each and everyone's face. Yeah.
Thanks to Sudip sir and all the team, for.
And I want to add one point there. So during the shoot also, and before that also, they do a lot of studies. So that time we have to, thank Anungla for her
shout out to
contribution.
Anungla.
Because like said Sudip sir and all, they were also trying to represent us at our best. And so they don't want any blunder there. So Anungla was there, and I see them constantly asking her, "Ye theek hai? Can we go ahead with this?" Everything. So Anungla
it's a beautiful teamwork, because film and theater itself, it's a teamwork.
There's a Manu, there's one lady called Anungla. So she was behind the scenes. She was not in the camera, but she did even Nagamis kan English pra, Hindi pra Nagamis jahan pro tyra. I think she was the one doing, and Taekwondo, she was the one like assisting the the director, the producers, and all. So shout out to Anungla. She was actually we wanted her to be part of the crew today. I mean the cast today, but then unfortunately she's still traveling, so we could not have her. Also, we want to give shout out to all the other artists. Merenla Imsong, Mekela Mamati, and then Roselle. And Jonathan,
Kim,
and everybody,
and Arinsa, of course.
Arinsa, my Sila. Anyway, now let's talk about the on-set experiences. Can you share some memorable, moments on the set, especially with you, man? You had so many scenes with Jaideep and Ishwak Singh. Would you like to share some experience? Your memorable moments from the set.
Yeah. I think the best scene that I had was that cemetery scene. It was a big thing for me, because if we have to look at that, I was happy that almost all the Naga cast were there. Most of them, maybe not all, but most of them. And also it was a scene where the story started developing, especially in Nagaland. It already started with episode 1, but in episode 3, that's where the story started developing. So while doing that shooting, everybody were expecting a lot out of that scene, not just with me, but of course with every one of them. So while we were doing that shooting, I remember people coming, like our directors, producers, ADs, everyone coming again and again. They're encouraging us to give our best at this. And once we started doing the shooting, the weather is like very cold. Shout out to all our friends, Nagakas, who came all the way from Nagaland to Darjeeling in that cold weather, and they were standing there just wearing a traditional attire. They were
almost
like
naked.
almost naked. Yeah, I could feel them because I was wearing like a double thermal turtleneck and coat and everything, blazers. But then I was still shivering. But then, so that was the moment that I really enjoyed with every one of them. Everyone were at peace. Everyone were so coordinating. And there was one thing that I really enjoy. And moving on, I was really looking forward to the scene that I had with Jaideep sir.
Inside the school, yeah.
It was a very big scene.
Very intense.
That was the script I did for 8 auditions. Even with that script, on the day of shooting, I was so nervous. I kept reading that script again and again, but nothing was coming to my mind. So I was like losing all the confidence. Then I went on to talk to a few of them, Sir Sudip also, Polo also. I talked to them like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. If anything happened, please help me with it. They're like, it's fine, let's do it. And then we went to the set, and as we are doing the set, doing the shooting, we did a rehearsal, like few rehearsals before the shooting happened. So as we were doing that, I was not able to deliver what I was supposed to do. Then Jaideep sir was sitting just ahead of me, in front of me. Yeah. So he knew that I was, something was wrong with me. So he stepped up to help me. So he told me, come, sit in my place, I'll sit in your place. And then we exchanged our seat. And this guy, when was the last time he spoke Nagamese? Never. He listened to what I was saying during our rehearsal, and he memorized everything. He made me sit on his chair, and he sat on mine, and he started doing my part. And he's telling me like, so he did everything. He's like, don't do everything that I'm doing, but just follow this. And then he exchanged. I'm like, now you did my part. You done it better. Now how am I going to deliver that? So there was the moment like, but then, silently I was praying inside. We did it. Sir Avinash, Sir Sudip were there, Faisal, Ishan, Polomi, everyone were there. Like they came and they, encouraged me, and we did that shot. So till today, whatever, like many people when they talk about my scene, they talk about that entry that I did, and they talk about that scene that I had with Jaideep.
Yeah.
So if we talk about the entry scene, I would like to give all the credit to the directorial team, and for the Jaideep scene that I had with him, all the credit to him because he helped me a lot. So there was like, I think those two were the most memorable scenes that shots that I had during this entire project. So I'm really grateful for those 2 scenes also.
What about you guys, like in a memorable scene or maybe off also, not only on the set, but during the shoot?
Oh, there are a lot of, such moments. But for me also, when he was mentioning Jaideep sir, I think I should also, say this. My first shoot day was where he visits me at my home, opening the door, coming in aggressively. So, chalo, take care. We are all okay. Somehow experienced a little, facing the camera a little. But that time was like, massive because everybody is surrounding you. And then the space... Do you want to cough properly?
Okay, cough.
Do you need strepsils? Are you sure? Okay. Okay. All right. So in in continuation, my space was like quite small because it had to be, in a common room setting. So the space was quite small, and then a lot of people surrounded, lights, cameras, and everybody, standing just near you. So you're just sitting there for your, shoot. It was quite intimidating. And then I was trying to be composed and calm. And then that's where Jaideep's, comes in. And then he asked me to, kobole. So that the first time when I, action bolke, we did that. I was like quite, showing a lot of emotions. So Sir Jaideep, after the cut, Sir Jaideep said, because we were about to redo again. So Sir Jaideep said, don't control your emotions now. So that was also a tip for actors. And I got to also learn from him that time very thoroughly. So he said, control your emotions now because the camera is wide. When it comes to close up, then only show. So, that was a very good thing I got. And then he also told me, because the scene was quite, I had to be in much pain also, telling my story and how, Jane was not my daughter. And all this time, everybody thought Jane was my daughter. But that was the scene where, is this a spoiler for those who hasn't seen it yet? But sorry, you're late. But anyway, so that was the time, all things, the box is open. And so I had to show a lot of, this and that. And then Sir Jaideep said, you focus and then you go to a deep thing, imagine or reflect or recall some incidents in your life, or some things that makes you sad or something that can take you to the deep, to that deep space. So he said that, and it's okay, you can do it. That's what he said. And that itself was a very big boost coming from such a, real authentic and then real amazing actor himself. So I said, okay, and then action, and then we finished the role. I mean, like the scene. Done. And then he was like, so good, he said that to me, okay? And then it was, that was so good, I felt it, and it was so good. That's what he said. And I was like, thank you. Because I was also definitely, a little nervous after that big scene. And then everybody came out, director, Sudip sir, and everybody said, oh, you did so well. So, it sounds like I'm praising myself, but that was one moment that actually encouraged me, for the rest of my shoot days. I also learned some things from that scene, and their praises also meant a lot of strength and encouragement to me. And I think that was one very beautiful
I think they
moment.
were very supportive. Even
very much.
My first scene was here in Sofia, outside. That was the first time acting in my life. I mean, music video the Kurisha, but that's like Chapri Choto Moto, First time, and then that scene, where I had my dialogue, so that time, one take, it was done. So, and then Avinash sir came, and that was like big boost. Because I was not confident at all. Because first time experience, it's like, oh, good. I got the confidence to, for the other scene,
Yeah, I think that scene was prior to my first scene. Okay. So yours was today and mine was tomorrow. And I was at the hotel and then they came and they were saying, oh, Alobo did great, so great. Everybody's praising you guys. I was there, my first shot was the next day and I'm like, how am I going to do this now?
I was about to at one point to, one of his audition time wala. So you said, you were going through that much, 8 or 7 times of auditioning and then you were nervous. But from the first audition itself, I heard that you did very well.
Oh.
Yeah. Nikita, we all know and we all love her so much. And the way she expressed, she was like, so good.
Oh, it was, that's gone, that part of the story was gone. But as I was saying, I'll add to the workshop also. I'm just jumping here and there, but the workshop that we had, I was of course I was busy with church work, so I couldn't give much of my time. But the first day I came to the workshop, I saw you guys. Then I was so nervous and I was overwhelmed, starstruck, because you guys were the big shots everywhere, Nagaland, Northeast India. And me sitting there just to have a workshop with you guys is something that I couldn't even imagine. So I'm I don't even know how to start also. So a part of me was busy, but the part that I was nervous since you guys were there, that added to that busyness where I didn't give much time to my workshop days. So I missed a lot of days in the workshop also. That's the reason why
Let's talk about
Hello, myself Jaideep Ahlawat, and I'm here to thank you to all the people from Nagaland who helped making Paatal Lok, and I loved working with them. Starting from Anungla, who helped us in every way to understand the culture and language and everything about Nagaland, and my co-actors. Oh my God, Merenla, LC, Bendang. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Alobo and Mengu, Mengu, Narensa, everybody. I have scenes with them, and it was an amazing working with them in terms of because most of them they don't have a very huge background of acting, but the amount of dedication and passion they brought on the table. I loved them in terms of that thing, and it was always new feeling, special feeling working with you guys. You guys were amazing. I remember scenes with Merenla and LC just before LC got killed. Ruben got killed. The amazing season, amazing people, amazing actors, and thank you so much for helping making Paatal Lok, and your love to Hathiram Chaudhary. Thank you so much. I love you guys. God bless.
Hi Alobo, how are you doing? So bhala se to regarding the writing of this particular season, I think the first question that I had asked myself was why am I doing this? Was the reason to do a second season only because the first season had worked? And then the reason would have been greed. But as I dug deeper into my reasons for doing it, I realized there is more of the character left in me. There is more of the story left in me that I wanted to say, the story of this character, and certain themes that I wanted to talk about. And hence came, okay, let's do a second season. And then the question that I asked myself, which is the question that I ask myself always, is where do I base this particular story? For me, story is a very, very integral part of the setting, is a very, very integral part of the story. There came the idea of the Northeast and then Nagaland, and that's because of my childhood memories associated with the region. And at that point in time, I felt that if we don't tell our stories, then who will? And then you actually get down to the process of researching. My knowledge was needed to be updated. It was kind of outdated, and I had sort of vague memories of a lot of things. So I read a lot of books around Nagaland, written on the subject, on various subjects of Nagaland, on the places, the insurgency problem, the drug problems, and all of that. And then we wrote a draft, then traveled to Nagaland in Feb 21, if I'm not wrong. And I remember meeting Anungla at that point of time, and she's taking us to all of these beautiful places in Kohima. And then we updated the drafts as per that, so that our research was authentic through the writing of it. That's in terms of routine. I follow a very, very sort of a disciplined routine with writing, but it's different. It might work for you differently. I follow a very 9 to 5 routine when I'm researching or doing the brass tacks of the writing. And when I'm actually writing screenplays, I write all the time. Like all I do is, the only breaks I take are for sleeping and eating when I'm actually writing the screenplays.
Thank you for sharing. Now, moving ahead, I would like to ask you about audience reception. After the release, the feedback that you got from your friends, family, or from Nagaland or outside, would you like to share some? Maybe we'll start with Bendang, Or feedback ini apa sih?
General point of view as it's good, it's great. Now, when it comes to individual level, my acting guru, Adil Hussein,
Acha.
yeah, I think tai sai dei jola. Ena kurina that me and Jaideep sir mujin la scene dona. Ta to click kuna good job Bendang guna pataye. So it's like it was a very happy moment for me because when your own guru is so proud of what you are doing, so that felt so special. And then my wife has become, she has become my greatest, very good critic also. Yeah, she discussed with me about my acting a lot, about this, that, and all. Yeah, so I really love to listen to her whenever I do something because she is the one that she can be very honest with me.
We need that.
Yeah. And then being with me for only it's been only 2 years, but before that we were dating, so it's around 7 years. So at least she knows my art.
Yes.
And then the kind of art that I want to do, and then that the way I want to express. So Buigina lecturing busy this is
And also the sacrifice she made for you.
obviously.
On his wedding night, he had to run for shooting.
Yes, for those who
And
don't know.
if it was
Shadi
me,
kuri nahi to rati ne pola jisi to tai. No smart. Straight
Yes.
to. And let me come back to that question. But then agile amni kui dhani china Darjeeling. Manu najana manu komun jado Nagaland dekla shoot korna mon. Mon Kalimpong dibi thaise, Darjeeling dibi thaise, aur kon bado Delhi de na. Bombay dibi kuch nahi na kina. Bombay de korna na. Only mostly idoni thaise lo na. To idon bhi kui diya se. Yes, moving ahead. Same question. About feedback. Audience feedback.
I mean, so far, all that we attack in the stories or, the paper, the review paida, be tagging our name and mentioning, I mean, not just mine, but all of us also, and then Kaskana, Tekriwo, Inakuring, they are all full of praises and they are so happy of, how the Pataal, and, the best thing, and then we feel good is that they say Paatal Lok season 2 has, is better or has, made it bigger and better than the first season. So we all being part of it, we feel so happy
Tell a
about
friend
it.
request bhi bishi paona.
Every day 30, 50. So I'm like, keep coming.
Any marriage proposal after the Paatal Lok?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm only waiting for some, acting proposals and more projects.
Okay, not the wedding proposal.
And then the best thing Najenia pula contact krine thaka manuhan, especially Nagaland devi ase holibi bahar da Nagaland, out of Nagaland thaka dikhi kine, out of a sudden you just check your DM and then, oh, it's a friend, oh, this person I know, from there, then they also are saying, you did a good job, and that's how they want to comment on our Paatal Lok season, right? Too. So it's coming in, and then it's very nice, very good. Thank you all so much for all your love and support.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yes. Please, LC.
Yeah. I'm really happy that our people, especially our people, like when they watch Paatal Lok, they are not watching just Paatal Lok because Naga people were there, but they are watching Paatal Lok as Paatal Lok, which was a hit with Paatal Lok season 1. And only after that, Nagaland comes in. And that's where they started appreciating us with our art and acting. So far, getting good reviews and good feedbacks, not just, just because I'm there, but entirely everybody's, I think they're really enjoying this masterpiece that every one of us together we did this. Yeah. So far it's really good. From even in my place, in my colony, in my area, everyone started watching. And one good thing about this, Toby, let me finish this. One good thing they say is like, because of you guys, I'm going to subscribe. It was a
Yes!
Yeah.
I mean, like,
so many
it's
family
kinda-
members did
Of
that.
course! A
It's
lot of
kinda-
people, downloaded the app for the first time
Exactly,
also.
yeah. So it's
And
kind
then-
of funny, but
Yeah.
it's like
And then-
heartfelt that.
Amazon should
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
us more.
Where do we get to watch this? From our stories and our pictures and all, they'll start, commenting or
Kuti
DM
Brapa or-
and Kuti Pra Saule Parwa. So Amazon Prime, Paatal Lok season 2.
Exactly.
For me, I mean, I follow a lot of OTT and all, like, so Paatal Lok to my release company saisila. And I was like eagerly waiting for season 2, man. And I'm part of it.
Going to
Anyway, I would also like to
audition,
share one experience. Just last week, I was having concert in Guwahati, Shillong, and all. So the first time, it's so surreal. Every time people come up to me to congratulate because of my music, singing, First time people came to my show because I was an actor, That
Yeah,
was
and also they, tag, the Paatal Lok 2 actor
performing.
performing.
Yeah, that was the
Oh, there was.
They
I
made
saw
a
one of your
they made a
flyer.
poster like flyer like that. So people came, like Ahina. They before the singing they came. So like, but unfortunately, some of them just came to take picture with me and then Ganada Sana.
You can't blame them, bro. You can't blame
But
them.
moving ahead, let's talk about future project and aspirations. Would you like to continue if given any opportunities, or for you'll be acting, you'll be working for, this is your bread and butter. So maybe we start with Bendang. What are your future projects or aspirations that you have?
Yeah, one thing that always keeps me fresh is that I try my best to be a student. Yeah, because I am in such kind of profession that you cannot be the master of it. Because art itself, nobody can master it. The more you become a very good listener or a very good observer, and then when you become a good student, your work definitely it grows more and more every day. So that always inspires me. So I'm so attached to what I'm doing. I think that's what keeps me inspired to do more and more. And then I'm open to any kind of project. The more project it comes, the more happier we are.
I heard from this project you bought your Mercedes Benz.
Oh, sorry, that's a very bad, one of the bad cover bars into the
I thought BMW.
I'm still with my scooty, don't worry.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Like any future projects, anything, or maybe anything music, or what? Any plans? What are the?
I, don't really plant much. I don't know if they'll say this is good or bad about me, but I do worry. But still, I'm not very good at planning. So I take one step at a time.
Okay.
So yeah, with this, Paatal Lok, being in itself has, is a big achievement. And that has actually introduced us to a lot of people. Like you said earlier, following Spasananai. Of course, I'm getting a lot. So how does that happen is when they're watching, they'll, just see Kaskona say Arunam Pailoy. And that's how they start searching for you on your social medias. And that's how I'm getting followings. And that's how also I'm also getting a lot of people from that industry, from the film industry, and then they are curious about, what I want to do or what role I can do. So I'm really, thankful to this project, Paatal Lok too. Thanks for making it happen. And then let's hope, I really can't say, this is that right now, but let's hope, that I'll get more to do.
Yeah,
and
we
with that,
pray.
we will all get more to do.
Amen.
I really want that. And music will keep going because it's my first love. So yeah.
LC, yeah.
Yeah, so right now it's like come what may, whatever comes my way, I would love to grab that. It's like if this is something that you can use to fulfill the purpose that you had in life, then I definitely want to use this as a medium, as a platform. And so far, whatever I did and whatever the outcome that we are having right now, I feel like this is quite a great opportunity in my life to, just live out the purpose that I had in life. So with everything in line, with everything aligned together, blended together, I would love to continue what I'm doing right now. Even my personal life, the music life also, or maybe if acting comes along the way, come on, let's do this. So
Awesome. We pray that God will.
And what about you?
For me, I'm full into music. For me, I'm just touring for my upcoming EP. We're promoting that with the band. We just did 3 states, and we still have more to go. But I want to take break right now because I'm having this, pharyngitis problem. So for maybe a week or 2, I'll take rest, and then we'll move on. But then I have my solo project also coming, a solo album. The band is coming. So it's going to be another hectic year. And acting, I mean, for me, that was like by default, I don't know, it was by chance I came into the, but then I loved it, and I would love to, I mean, hey, if ever I get the opportunities, like why not? Why not?
What
Yes.
if a Mumbai production that comes to you and Ariansa to do the Naga Shole version, would you guys do?
Hallelujah. Yes, before we end, I would also want to say thank you to Bendang and Ariansa, okay, because these were the two experienced guy whom I was traveling with. And I had no idea. And then I was running to him always. And this guy is the guru every night, every evening he was giving us, advices, tips, and also thank you to Bendang also, and then Arinsa also, and all the amazing team, not forgetting our Bahadur guy also, Prashanta Mang, it's so fun,
Yeah, shout out to Prashant.
Yeah, shout out to
We missed it,
Prashanta. And yeah, we had so much fun. After the shoot, we go there for a week like that. After the shoot, every night, party, enjoy. We do our own concert everywhere,
Yeah, Kalimpong. We did, right?
Kalimpong, we do our concert, three of us, just singing. Anyway, last question. See, for Nagas, this is something very new, the acting, the film industry. So I really want to ask Bendang on that. Like, there's so much scope, So our government, they don't have idea about this thing. So, or maybe even the public don't know anything about this. So, or maybe can you talk something about the film industry and how we can benefit from this, or see, other states are pumping money, inviting filmmakers to come and shoot in their place, promoting.
They have subsidies
Yeah,
as well.
subsidies, can you talk something about that, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to portray.
So, I think in order to know something, we need to study it, and then we need to research for it.
Yeah.
And then when we do that, we become a bit clear about, okay, this is the world. So I would definitely want our people to go for institutions. When I say institutions, I mean to say like National School of Drama or FTI, Film and Television Institute of Pune, Satyajit Ray, Film and Television Institute of Kolkata, and then we have a new FTI in Arunachal now. Yeah, it's newly open in Itanagar, Film and Television Institute. Or else, what we can do is that there are 3 months, 6 months film appreciation course is also there through FTI from Film and Television Institute. Why I'm saying this is that because when you go over there, you become a bit clear about, okay, this is the world. You need to know the world of that very particular art, or else I'm not talking about negative or positive. But when you just sit at home and then when you just go through the YouTube and when you just go through the Google, there are limited informations. There are limited informations over there. But when you actually go into an institution, apart from the course that you are about to get, apart from that, you have your batchmates, you have your junior, you have your senior. So networking is very important in this very particular art.
Wow.
Without network, you cannot do anything. Because film and theater itself, it's not an individual art. It's an art where all the art comes together and then they create something very beautiful. So in order to know about that very particular art, for example, film, it's a very new idea for us. Theater, it's a very new idea for us. So I think even for me also, before I went to NSD, I didn't know anything about drama. In 2009 only, I got to know that there's a National School of Drama in India also, which was already established in 1957-58 like that. So see, after I went over there only, I understood, okay, this is the world. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go to an institution. No, I'm not saying that. But when your hobby, when your passion, if you want to convert it into your profession, I think institutions will help you a lot. so that you will become very clear about what you really want to do. And then now just a phone call away, your seniors or your professors are there, those are already working in that very industry. So you become very clear. So instead of wasting 10 years, now within 2 or 3 years, you get to know the idea about, oh, okay, this is the field. So for me, when I was there in NSD, I knew about this very particular art, so that's why I jumped in. So till date, itulah profession dia, because I know what I'm doing. So I think for clarity, I think one should know what they are doing. They should be very clear about what they are doing. So for me, in order to know about this art, in order to know about this new idea, if we go to institutions, I think that will be fantastic. There are around 2 or 3 of them. Those are into film studies right now, which I'm so proud of us. And then we already know Tejario. He is already a pass out from London Film School, one of the most renowned film school in the world. So it's so amazing to to be with them, to work with them. And then even for me also, I'm from a drama school. I'm not from a film school. So it's a correct that dada pai thakido na. Dada pai to iki na thakido. They have different personalities and characters. It's just like that only. So even me, I'm just a very amateur trying to be a filmmaker. So for me, example, ita Paatal Lok season 2 la de. For me, I didn't went there just as an actor. I went there as a student of filmmaking. So it was a very kind of holistic approach for me. Takan Mengu Soukhrie line producer, oh my god, it's like one of the toughest job again. So everything is very tough, but when you're very clear about what you are doing, it becomes fun. So from my perspective, I would really like our people, at least to go for 3 months or 6 months film appreciation course. There's a drama school in Sikkim. It's just for 1 year diploma course as a 3 saal 2 saal abnian time spend kuruli mona thagile hua. So abnian tade jalido, I think that will be very good for all of us kubumido. It's not just the individual.
What about the government who can't go there? You have any message for them?
Sorry?
Would you like to tell any message to the government given a chance right now?
See, just like what you have shared right now, since it's a very new idea, so even Moala government can be to, they need to see na first to kina ka jaize guado. It art to kina jaize. So without knowing anything, tui jabi gulo jamano thagibo. The first thing is that at first we were discussing about audition time de manu nahe polai jai. Ahibe gulbe. So if that same scenario comes, if the government opens up, acha film school jabi, drama school jabi, kumbi jauli muna thagile. So instead of that, why not? The environment that we are growing up right now through Monsop la nijo la side pragwa. Now at least there's some knowledge na. Oh, okay. Film do aje, acting do aje. Moala nijo manu frame de aham do inspired hui do moambi na. And then they want to know more about it. So I think through such kind of project like Paatal Lok, I think for me now I don't take Paatal Lok season 2 in Naga perspective, not just as a web series, but as an education law.
Wow.
As an education law. So our people is educating through this, that there's a new art. This is a very beautiful art, Kwadavina. So at the end of the day, I would really like our people to go for courses or institutions so that, you will love more the art that you want to do. Not just aji kurubo, kali chadibo. Jam guna nibira loto. You go there. You be very clear about what you really want to do. 2 saal 3 saal tak to jani jabola. Mui iman saal do mui dictar babuli mun nai guado. Instead of ini just a wanderer gypsies kan sina birai dakalo to na. So yeah, that's what.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Any goodbye message to the audience? Any message to your fans? Anything, Mengu? You can look in the camera and please, the goodbye message, the last message, farewell speech.
From here, I will try to end. Anyway, so I wanted to add one point to what he was also saying. Very true. We have to equip ourselves.
Yeah.
This time, Paatal Lok we got to see, for us also very new. We were taught just like that, I'm sure a lot of other people out there in Nagaland who has interest in acting, because by now we all know that this is also a very big scope, that we have a big scope here also. And I hope that just like our neighbor Assam and Manipur, just talking about Assam and Manipur now, their film industry is like has bloomed. So I hope that in coming days, Nagaland film industry will also bloom. And there, like I said, in other states, I, get to know that the government also gives out subsidies for, filmmakers, because in a way it becomes a tourism, it can also invite people and let people know about us also. So if such kind of, facilities are also there, because I also learned from my line producer that, we came. So actually we are also spending a lot. And yes, they do spend a lot in crores. And they did. So in return also, from all of us also, from our every way also, we have to contribute. And at the end, I will say, if you have the interest, like you said, just don't sit, for another workshop, but go ahead, try, hone your skill and learn and be ready, because we never know. Paatal Lok might write, another great writer or another great story creator or the show creator might want to come and write something about Nagaland. So this time, one thing, sometimes I think of it to myself, Paatal Lok, we got the role, all of us, because the story was about us. So, deviating from this, we get a lot of audition calls. We have this audition call for this, try this. A lot of new numbers will send us auditions calls for movies, okay? So, we keep getting. But one thing is, those stories, since it's not our story, they try to use us for our face, they'll try to use us as Chinese, Japanese, or more, But in Rahipai, but very lucky and very happy that Paatal Lok, the story was here. So that's how we all got, our role and our character. And that's why this mini character was also created in this show. So I hope, and I hope that more such stories within ourselves, you guys are like great at your work. You guys should also write more, produce more. Maybe, everyone can chip in, from our own. And then, line production film actors so we need a lot of gears, we need a lot of things. So line production scope and then we have to be more equipped. Camera Gari Khan many more. So we do have many things to do. So interested ones out there, put your heart and let's all, learn from each other. And one request to, I'll say outsiders right now, some people not from Nagaland or from, also the writers, directors out there. Thank you so much for coming in. Paatal Lok, is beautiful. And if you have, something in mind, please do write. Please come back to Nagaland. Please come and know us and write something about us so that we can also learn. And from through all this, we can also show our beautiful Nagaland to the rest of the world. So thank you so much and come back. Come back soon.
Yes.
And thank you so much to all the Paatal Lok crew, director, Avinash sir, Sudip sir, everybody, Faisal, and then, a lot of more names to, call. But right now I'm like, I won't be able to because he will not allow me to. But anyway, thank you all so much for coming to Nagaland and for this beautiful project. Thank you so much. And please do come back again.
Yes, LC, your last message. Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to all the Naga audience. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for watching our series. Thank you for screenshotting our scenes, posting Paatal Lok, tagging us,
recreating,
exactly,
making
man.
videos.
The publicity has been going crazy in Nagaland. Continue supporting your artists, your people who are representing our beautiful land, Nagaland. So I believe that not just this Paatal Lok, but there are many more shows and projects that are coming ahead of us. So like my seniors, this sir and ma'am, they're saying, let us be prepared of what is coming ahead and let's do something, another one for our people, and then let's make a hit like Paatal Lok season 2. So a big shout out to all the people out there, man. We love you all, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Say something in Hindi, man. I want you guys to say something in Hindi.
If we don't have a script, I think
चलो।
थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा, लेकिन
Anyway,
कोशिश करें।
बहुत शुक्रिया
शुक्रिया।
आपके समय देने के लिए. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, thank you all three of you for taking our time and really wanted to do this. I really wanted to get a lot of other casts also, but then unfortunately, everyone's in different place and also technical issues. It's a very small talk show, so we can't bring so many people at once anyway. With that, we come to the end. But before that, I want to play some clip from some actors and some production director team. They have a message for our Nagaland, so please watch this.
Hi guys, this is Ishwak Singh and I want to talk about my experience of shooting Paatal Lok in Nagaland. First of all, I want to say that this show wouldn't have been the same if we hadn't shot in Nagaland, because the story is such that the characters who are investigating the crime in the series are kind of in an uncharted place, and I had never been to Nagaland, so it kind of worked beautifully for me that I came to Nagaland and I wasn't familiar with the place. I've always been very keen to explore it, that part of the country, and so it worked beautifully for the show. And aside from that, I think personally I loved it. I'm a foodie. I love cold climate. I love the weather because we were there in winters. So it was, we'd start really early in the morning, go for our shoots, and on my way back I'd stop somewhere, have a nice meal, go back, relax, and the whole vibe was, it's that kind of an experience that I know I'm not sure when I'll have that again while shooting. So it was beautiful, very memorable. I didn't get a real opportunity to interact with local people there because we were basically put up in a hotel and we'd go for work and come back. But whatever interactions I had with the locals there, with the Naga people, it was just the sense I got was that, I received a lot of love, a lot of warmth, and we were welcomed with open arms, which was something when you're out there shooting, it's such a big support when you get that kind of when you have that kind of a support system around you. So I want to thank all the people who looked after us, and a big shout out to Anungla, who was a consultant on the show and who really took care of us. I have no words to express my love for you. You've been so caring and so wonderful. Thank you. I can't wait to go back to Nagaland and this time maybe get to really know the city and spend more time there. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nikita Grover and I was in Nagaland casting for season 2 of Paatal Lok for quite some time. Lost the count of how many months. But anyway, we heard that the story is going to Nagaland and there was a lot of stress. We had some 95 characters to pick and we were just aware of like 3, 4, 5. After our research also, we didn't land anywhere, honestly. We had to go to Nagaland and figure out, okay, what is it? While actually there were no actors, there were a lot of performance in Nagaland, which gave us a little hope. Also remember, I was spending a lot of time to train people to audition because it was very new for Nagaland, and as basic as बस camera में नहीं देखना आप और कुछ भी करो, ठीक है, इधर उधर you just but they were so good, and it used to give me like a little high when there was one good audition in one day. And yeah, now when I see the show, and I'm honestly feel like a proud mother because each character I spent days, I spent hours to get that one character.
It would be terribly amiss of me if I am talking about Nagaland and I don't mention all the food that I ate there. It was paradise for me. Just the right kind of, balance between meat and veggies and brothy wonders. And not only did I eat good food every day, but the friends I made in Nagaland, like Merenla, for instance, got food from her home. Her parents got food for me to eat. Her mother gave me food that I took back with me to Bombay. And even long after Paatal Lok was over, Merenla's father has sent me food. So I think food was a huge theme and I missed out on it. It's just the most delicious food I've had, and it's also cuisine that has very few ingredients, but the flavor is a punch. Love it. My introduction to Nagaland was meeting this wonderfully mad woman called Merenla, whose performances I had seen in Bombay. And then once Paatal Lok came into my life, I was introduced to Anungla, who I felt like a big door opened, and ahead of that door was like magical things, and I'm so grateful that Anungla not only taught me Nagamese but also helped me to meet ADSP Tiamnela, and watching her in the police station work and cut through space in a certain way, the way she gave her orders, the way she heard and listened and walked and moved. It was very, very helpful for me to fire up my imagination and build Meghna's character. Anungla also introduced me to Kenny and Mezzi, conservationists that accompanied me to Konoma, which is Asia's first green village. And that visit was, again, it was like walking into another universe, the philosophy, the politics of it, the genesis of that place was all very, very exciting. To learn about alder farming at a time when the world is trying to figure how to solve the global food crisis, and how we don't have time to let the earth recoup, to see something as sophisticated as alder farming happening, and to see a village that's built around it, to see this kind of, a sustainable, incredible practice was like really a gift, and I'm so thankful for that experience. And it would be amiss to talk about Nagaland and not talk about the food that I ate there. Every day was phenomenal. Few flavors, few ingredients, few ingredients, but packed with flavor, and the perfect balance of veggies and meat. I was really thrilled. Lastly, I would say that the people I met were so warm and so loving, and so respectful, that it really makes you step back and look at your own self, and that one needs to do better, And one of the things that I had asked quite a few young people that I met, who have studied in different parts of India and the world, but came back to Nagaland, that what pulled them back, and the answer was that there was just no other place as beautiful as Nagaland. And I think that sense of pride and how politically aware they are what's happening in the world and what's happening in Nagaland was again something that was quite heady, and so that combination of clean air, beautiful flowers growing around you in clusters, it's paradisical, without being manicured, and it's just this wild beauty, great forests. To be able to walk through those forests feels like one is, on some epic journey in a different time. The people, the food. Oh my God, I can't wait to come back. Yeah, I'm so grateful for Paatal Lok to have given me this experience and to have made the friends that I've made in Nagaland, and got to work and meet exciting actors. I really hope we meet again and we get to work again, and thank you for the friendship, for the food, the laughs.
Hi, my name is Merenla Imsong and I play Rose Lizo in the second season of Amazon Prime's Paatal Lok. I'm really bummed I couldn't be at the podcast today, but I live really far away, so it was kind of not really possible. So Paatal Lok will forever remain one of my most special memories because of the bonds that I made through the show, the lessons that I learned through the show, and above all, because of the way the show was made. It was made with a lot of love. We were made to feel like collaborators, and we became like a family. It was like we were telling our own stories, which is why you see us wearing our characters with so much pride and joy. I'm so proud of the Naga actors who have done such a phenomenal job. Everyone who was a part of the show has come back feeling way more enriched, whether it was the actors or the makers. And I think the most amazing thing is that we not only got to work with people who are the best at what they do, but we also got to work with people who are just genuinely wonderful human beings. And I think that for me was the biggest takeaway. And so if you still haven't watched our show, I hope you make time to watch it because it's something that we have made with a lot of love. Thank you.
Hi Alobo, thank you so much for inviting me also to be part of this show. I do have a lot to share about my experience in Paatal Lok Season 2, but just in short, I was contacted by Sudip Sir and Palumi in 2020, late 2020, and they asked me if I might be interested to join. And at first I had no idea what this web series was about and all that, but they requested me to watch season 1 just to get an idea of what kind of films they make, and I did that, and I really liked the kind of realism and the kind of films they make. So they sent me the script and I went through it, and I of course helped to clean it up a bit in the sense of just removing a little bit of slightly controversial things like in the names and all that, so that it is very neutral and no particular tribe is focused on, in that sense. So yeah, I joined the team, and we did a lot of recce for locations, and it was such a pleasure to watch Sudip sir and Avinash sir go through the whole thing, and I could just see that the whole web series was in their heads, in their brains, and they went through every action scene, everything, just when they were checking out the location and all that. So it was a real pleasure. And I also really enjoyed introducing Nagaland and Nagaland culture and all the nuances and all that to the set design team, Mukund and Vahi, also with the costumes, working with Kavita and her team, and later on I met Shruti. So it was a real pleasure for me, and also to, I also accompanied Nikita to a few of the auditions for Naga cast. and it was really a fantastic experience for me, working with such a dream team, as my friends in Bombay had told me that everybody likes to work with them because they are like a dream team, and for me to experience that and for them to bring the whole production to Nagaland was just like awesome. And filmmaking is really not easy. It's actually much easier to just watch a film, but now I am going to watch films and not be so critical because I know what it takes. It takes a whole village to put everything together, and the kind of hours that we keep, and the kind of have to weather every element and all that just to get it done. And also, yeah, so in short, it's been a fantastic experience for me, and also especially to see our Naga cast. They are not actors, they are from all sorts of different fields, but they came in with so much enthusiasm and drive to make it something really worth it. And I think if everyone watches the web series, they will see that all the hard work has really paid off. So congratulations to our Naga cast. I hope this is a good start for a great journey ahead in this field. So God bless you all.
So, guys, we've come to the end. I hope you guys had a good time like we did. We had a very good conversation, very fruitful conversation. And I also wanted, we would love to continue with our talk show whenever I'm not touring, when I'm free. So I want to ask you guys, you can suggest some names that you want me to invite in our talk show. Comment below, or if there's anybody who has an interesting story and you want to come to the show, please write to us. Please DM us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, and we would love to bring you in our show. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. God bless. We'll see you soon. Thank you.